Welcome to the Tradies in Business podcast with your hosts Warwick Bidwell and Nicole Cox. Divert your phone and grab a brew as Waz and Nic unpack tips, tales, secrets and stuff-ups from guests both inside and outside your trade, helping educate and inspire you to break the cycle of gut-busting and money stress and create a true trade business.
Good morning, Warwick.
Good morning, Coxie.
I'm not going to ask you how you're feeling today because I know exactly how you're feeling because before we record any of our daily TradieRonaCast, we have a bit of a chat and I know that you're not feeling particularly chirpy.
And this is my I'm angry at the world laugh.
It's very evil. Dr. Evil.
Oh my gosh, I watched a ridiculous video on social media through the week.
Oh, is this? I know which one you're referring to, don't I?
Oh, yes. And so there's been a few videos of people reading books, right? And I'll do the big air quotes thing here. Children's stories. And this one was another one of those double meaning play on words children's stories about, was it Barbara?
Gosh, I can't remember her name.
Barbara's beaver.
I think it was. I just remember the beaver bit and immediately laughing because the woman's laugh is so damn funny.
And that's what I was going to point out is the story itself was probably reasonably funny. It might have been funnier if you had the actual pictures of the storybook because that looked pretty funny.
It did.
When she held it up to the video. But what was even funnier and had me literally crying laughing in my dining room watching that was her laugh.
It was classic.
And the fact that she could almost not breathe through some of the sections. And that happened at the start of this episode, Coxie. Oh, I'm going to get all teachy on a Saturday.
Gosh, go on then.
G'day, listeners. This is Waz, and I'm joined by Coxie.
Hello.
And our children's story is how to survive the Rona.
Oh, gosh.
Without losing your mind. Actually, I think I already have.
I'm not actually sure we're qualified for this story.
We should find someone who knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, no, it's not us.
But you sort of laughing and being jovial at the start of this episode, it was kind of like I couldn't help but do the same.
We talked about this previously I think it was in our Toolbox Talks, wasn't it? One of our Toolbox Talks, we talked about how
in the trade desk.
Sometimes it's hard to be upbeat, but it's infectious when we are.
And it's such a powerful tool. I know I watched the lady reading Barbara Has a Beaver.
A big hairy beaver.
Oh my gosh. Her beaver needed
trimming,
some tender loving care. Yes. And of course the pictures were all of a beaver.
Yes, they're a bit cute actually, aren't they?
They're very cute animals. And and anyway, I don't know, I lost my train of thought. But trade desk, that's it. We have a thing called a trade desk and we do a weekly toolbox meeting with our subscribers. And basically it's to give them the same sort of loving that they should be giving their staff, or probably do actually. Most of our trade desk members are awesome. G'day to anyone listening who is a trade desk member, a drawing board member, a tradiepreneur client, or a member of our free group. You get a mention too. But generally speaking, employers try to do team meetings and, keep their staff positive and motivated and find out what they want and put bonus packages together. And these are all sorts of conversations you and I are having with our clients at the moment. But who's actually helping employers with their headspace? It's kind of always left up to the employer. It's like, well, you need to do that yourself, buddy or lady.
It's a big responsibility as an employer to be, I guess, finding the inspiration for being upbeat and
The inspo.
Hashtag inspo.
I nearly said inspo in conversation recently. I'm
God.
I'm way too old for that.
You are not a millennial. It's like you're calling your wife your misso. No.
I was talking to my misso about getting some inspo.
You are far too old to be calling your wife a misso.
No, but she's not.
No, well, that's true. I can't argue that point.
Now I'm just bragging. Oh dear. So yes, it's really hard for employers.
It's a huge responsibility to be finding that enthusiasm, the knowledge, to keep learning, keep driving, being all the things that you need to be as a business owner. It's a massive responsibility, and some of those things are a bit hard to find.
So I don't think we use enough humour in business.
I think that we might be excluded from that conversation. I think you and I probably use too much humour in business.
Yeah, that's like maybe we should be a little more serious when we're trying to attract, big name guests and companies and stuff to be a part of the podcast. But it does set the tone for us. And in actual fact, I'll slap myself down there. Naughty was is we get a lot of good feedback from our corporate guests and listeners.
We do, because
they really like it. Yeah, they like our tone.
This is the way people talk in the real world, right? Particularly on site. You spend a day on site and there's practical joke and prank and laughing and just good humour all the time.
One of our TradieRonaCast clients has even got crabs at the moment.
He does. Might have messaged him last night. G'day, Nick, if you're listening. Might have messaged Nick last night to find out how he cooked his steak.
How's the crabs, mate? Oh, dear. And he's putting photos of his crabs on Instagram.
He is. He's being a bit brave. He should
Now
get together with
Betty
the Beaver or Beatrice the Beaver or whatever her name was.
Barbara's Beaver.
Barbara's Beaver.
They could have a veritable animal menagerie.
They could.
Because Nick's been doing a bit of crabbing.
He has, but
for mental health.
Did you see his steak last night? That was good for mental health.
No, I didn't see his steak.
Oh, he cooks his steak really differently.
Oh, yeah, he does the whole reverse grill thing.
He does. It was interesting. Anyway, I did get some tips and I thought I might give it a crack on the weekend.
Coxie, did you get some inspo from Insta?
I did get some inspo.
Some meat inspo.
Some meat. Well, I'm not going to touch that one.
That's what Adam was saying. Hey, I think humour, it doesn't have to be Coxie's and my ridiculous gutter level double entendre stuff, because I don't think anybody could stoop as low as that.
It's all you, Waz. It's all you.
It is all me. I'm gonna claim it, Coxie. I'm claiming it for all inappropriate dadcasters everywhere.
There you are. I'm sure there's a big group for that.
I wonder if there's a hashtag for dadcaster.
You should just start it.
Oh, I could start a new podcast called The Dadcast.
I think that'd be really popular, actually. I was going to make a joke, but I won't. I think it'd be well received.
I might just do that, Coxie.
You know who wouldn't listen to it?
You.
Children.
No, children shouldn't listen to The Dadcast. It's for mums and dads only.
Yeah, this mum's not listening.
What?
This mum would not be listening.
So I'm disappointed in that. But humour. I reckon on a Saturday, do you reckon we could keep an episode under 10 minutes?
Yes, come on, let's do it. People will love us for it. This gets the best feedback ever.
Thank goodness you two finally did an episode of less than 10 minutes. Find a way to use humour to change the attitude of the people around you. There you go.
Love it. Okay, it was great talking with you. Have a wonderful Saturday.
And we'll chat to you tomorrow.
Bye.
Hooroo.
You've been listening to the Tradies in Business podcast with Warwick Bidwell and Nicole Cox. Find out more about today's guest, tools for your trade business, and other cool stuff at tradiesinbusiness.com.au.